Hi everyone, it is me, Plantain Charlene, and today I wanted to talk about 5 plants that I've been really appreciating how they're growing, and we're just going to point them out for the month of October. Before I go to the plants, I just want to say thank you to anyone and everyone, whether new subscriber, current subscriber, just watching the video. I appreciate anyone and everyone, and I just want to say thank you. Alright guys, so let's just go ahead and get to the first plant. So this will be the only succulent out of the group, but it is my lifesaver. So you see here, it has a new flower that is coming. I'll try and find a picture of when it flowered before, or at least a picture of how the flower looks. It does really much look like a lifesaver, and this has bloomed for me at least 6 or 7 times since I purchased it. I think I've had it for about a year, a little over a year now. And though I've owned this plant prior, this is the only one other time, but this is the only one that actually flowered for me, so I'm impressed. This was one of those second time is the charm, not third, and I'm highly impressed with this plant. It's very easy to propagate. I'm not going to break it off now, but you see here, you see this one here, you can just, it's kind of hard to see. Let's see if I pick it up. That's better. So you see there, this one here is a stem. If I just broke that off from this one and then stuck it right into soil, it'll root, and next thing you know, you'll have a new plant. It grows quickly. Maybe, I'm not sure about this time of year, but it does grow quickly, and it's very easy to care for. I have it in a self-watering little tiny pot here, but as we know, succulents don't need to be in a self-watering pot, otherwise you will kill it. So I only water this one maybe once a month, and it sits in my living room. Nope, that's a fib. It sits in my bedroom, which gets southwest sun, so it really gets the more afternoon sun. And being that we're in fall right now, the sun is definitely not as strong, and it's not out as long, and I believe we're about to go into daylight savings time, whatever. So yes, this will be such a beauty once it opens, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm very impressed and highly surprised that this plant has flowered for me as many times as it has, because the first one that I had it for a while, but it never flowered, and I had it in the same location. But I'm happy that it is. So there it is. That's number 1 out of 5. Okay, second plant on my list is my ZZ Zenzi. This is my third Zenzi plant that I own, and this one next to the Raven is my second favorite. I love how it's more compact, and like all Zenzis, they're very easy to take care of. These are great for starter plants to give as a gift only to someone who forgets to water. Don't give plants like this to someone who overwaters plants and they're not really sure. If you have an underwaterer, a ZZ is great. A snake plant is great. Succulents are great because these plants don't mind being ignored, and I probably water this, and when I do, I don't overwater it. Like, I don't really give it like a lot of water, but I water it maybe once a month if I remember, because sometimes I do forget. And as you see, it still is beautiful. And I'm very happy that I found this plant at Pistil's nursery, because it wasn't so easy to find, just like the Raven. And the price was reasonable. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but the price was reasonable. And when it arrived, it probably was a little lower in height, but it did shoot out at least 2 new stems since I purchased it. And I think it's this one and this one, or maybe even this one here. So yes, ZZ Zenzi. Say that 3 times fast. Okay, my next one that I'm going to talk about was in ICU, and I didn't think it was going to come back, but I refused to give up on it, and I'm glad I did. And that's my Calathea or orbifolia. You see how this leaf is all crunchy on the outside? Now it is in a greenhouse, one of those small white ones that you can buy from IKEA. I'll put a picture, but it was not doing good. It shot out a lot of leaves, and then all of a sudden they started to look like this, and this kept growing and growing all the way up. And I didn't understand why, because in the little greenhouse that it's in, there's rocks at the bottom, and it's in there with 2 other plants, and I make sure I pour water in there so there can be some kind of humidity so it's not dry. Plus it's like a little greenhouse, and I have a grow light over it, but it's actually very good light. I guess when I repotted it, maybe it wasn't happy at the beginning, but Calatheas or however people say it, they can be very fussy, and I think I only have 2 left, and I think no, I have 3. I have 4. Okay, that's it. We're gonna just stop at 4. I have 4 left, and this one is one of my favorites. I love the size of these leaves because they were much smaller. They were even smaller than this one, and I think once it adjusted to the soil and me being nice to it, talking to it, telling it it can do it, it did. It said, I think I can. And it did. Now it can say, I know I can. Yay. So yes, my orbifolia is such a beautiful plant, and I'm very happy that it is doing well now. Yay. All right, the 4th plant. I'm not going to try and say this one, because when I tried to say it in another video, if you ever watch my videos, I destroy names. I tell them all the time, give me simple names like ZZ Zenzi or lifesaver. Words that this mouth can pronounce, doesn't have to think. My brain and my mouth don't have arguments like, no, I don't know how to say that. So anyway, this one. Yes, this one. I purchased this from Plant Arena. It has grown a lot since I purchased it, and I'm very happy. This is one of the best growing plants that I've purchased from Plant Arena. Some of the ones I've purchased are no longer here, mainly because of pests. This one, knock on wood, no pests, no problems. It's in my bedroom. I noticed all the plants that are in my bedroom have not had any pest issues, and I'm praying that it stays that way. But this, I believe one of the words is tetrasperma, and the other word starts with an R. This one is just, it's just doing something nice. I mean, look at that. That's like, look, hide in my face. You can't even see my face. Here I am. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Anyway, this is one of my favorites, and I'm so happy I purchased it. And it's still growing. We're in October right now, and it's still growing, and it's still growing nicely. So yay me. Okay, last but not least, this one, oh, I'm so happy about this plant. This is my philodendron burle marx, and I'm gonna tell you, I purchased this from Home Depot, and it was last year. Came in this cute little clay pot, or whatever. And one point I overwatered this plant so bad, the leaves were falling off. They were not looking good, but it's on a major comeback trail. Do y'all see how nice and shiny that leaf is? And it's grown a lot down here. I believe I have a picture, and I'm going to show you guys somewhere on the screen what it looked like when it first arrived. So when it was in ICU for a little while, I definitely treated it properly, took care of it. It came out of ICU, but it was still in serious condition, and it became stable, and now it's at full health, doing well. I got a new leaf coming here. I'm just excited over this. I think that this plant does not get enough attention, or maybe I'm a little late on becoming hip to it. Again, I purchased it last year, and I'm very happy with this purchase. This is still growing in October, in the fall. It's in my kitchen. What was that? I'm gonna give it a bath because I just felt something sticky, and I'm gonna make sure this plant does not get infested with anything. I don't see anything, but that means absolutely nothing other than that little dot, and it felt sticky. But anyway, this is my burle marx philodendron, and very happy about this plant. All right, guys, that was it. Those were my 5 plants that I'm loving on in October before this month ends. And I'm hoping that you guys have 5, 10, 100, whatever amount of plants that you're loving on. Let me know below. Give me your comments, your thoughts. Did you like any of the plants that I showed you? Do you own any of them? And if you do, how are they doing? Whatever it is you want to talk about, just put it below and let's discuss. I always like seeing comments. So that's it. My video is done, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your 2020 year as best as you can. Please stay healthy, stay safe, and don't forget to vote. Still time to vote. I'm not going to talk on the topic of that too much. So just remember, keep planting, stay healthy, stay safe, and don't forget to vote. Bye, everybody.